Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is definitely one of the more creative shows on Cartoon Network. But honestly, it's been a long time since 2009, and I definitely didn't remember a few of these jokes. I'm Whitney Van Laningham, and these are all the jokes you missed in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to our super nerd sponsor of the day, Kevin Brown. Thanks to awesome fans like Kevin, we're able to keep creating dope new videos for you every single week. Want to help support NerdWire? Check out our Patreon via the link in the description box and choose the tier that works for you. Don't have any money? Me either, but no worries, dude, you can still help out. Make sure to share our videos with your friends, click that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to NerdWire. Now on to the jokes! Number 21. Let's kick this list off with a quick Blues Brothers reference.
It's 106 blocks to Mac. I've got a full bladder, half an idea where I'm going. It's Tuesday, and I'm wearing sunglasses. Hit it!
You heard the lady.
Hit it.
Number 20. At the very end of the pilot episode of Foster's Home, there's a dirty joke Easter egg double whammy. When Blue is watching TV alone in his room at night, he stumbles upon these two channels.
Are you alone?
Well, not only does Blue's late-night cable get phone sex hotline commercials, it also gets Cartoon Network. This is probably because Craig McCracken, the creator of Foster's, also created PPG. Ah, the Powerpuff Girls and Jerkin the Gherkin. Joke duo made in heaven.
Some kids aren't that creative, so they just copy what they see on TV. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna see plenty of Cartoon Network cameos today. Like, for example, you might have spotted the graphic on Frankie's t-shirt that looks a lot like an abstract version of Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. So that's what she was hiding under that jacket. Number 19. When Blue and Matt get stuck on the roof, they have to figure out how to get down in time to answer the door for the pizza guy. While they're trying to figure out how to descend such a height, Blue says this.
No sheets!
Blue!
No sheets, bed sheets, come on!
Don't worry, Blue. I'm not allowed to say oh sheet anymore either.
No sheets!
Number 18. Obviously, an episode titled The Big Lebowski is gonna feature a Big Lebowski reference. After Matt gets kicked off the bowling team, you can see the dude, Walter, and Donnie renting shoes.
Stupid bowling with its stupid shoes.
Number 17. When Terrence forces Eddie the scaredy cat to join his imaginary friend Fight Club, he ends up facing off tons of opponents and winning by luck every time. When he finally faces down the Extremosaur in the final battle, these 4 Cartoon Network stars can be seen by its crate.
He must be disturbed from his slumber. He becomes quite vicious when alarmed.
Yup. Ed, Nettie, and Dexter make a little cameo in season 3 of Foster's. And sure, it's the imaginary friend equivalent of a dog fight, but it's still cool. Okay, no it's not, it's probably illegal.
I'm telling Mom!
Number 16. Are you guys getting excited for Detective Pikachu? Why not watch this season 3 episode of Foster's, where everyone's favorite little electric Pokemon makes a cameo.
Oh, aren't you the cutest little...
Okay, so maybe this guy has like a lot more tentacles than Pikachu does, but at least their electricity powers are kind of the same. Number 15. Okay, this one is super obscure and super hard to catch, but I'm a diehard Homestar Runner fan, so don't worry, I picked up on it. Wait, do kids today even still watch Strong Bad? It was a huge early internet staple for me back in middle school, but I'm not sure if it's still a thing. Tell me if you're a Homestar Runner fan in the comments. Anyways, we can see our boy Homestar Runner in this super fast clip of all of Blue's crappy imaginary clones. You can really only see him if you put the clip in slow-mo, but there he is! Number 14. Listen, I know this one might be obvious to some of you guys, but I'm not big into sports ball. But if you're sports literate like me, did you know that Wilt is actually named after the star basketball player Wilt Chamberlain? Also, there's an episode where he gets to name some puppies, and a few other all-star names get dropped.
And you can be Michael, and you can be Magic, and you can be Kareem.
For the uninitiated, that's Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How do I know any of that? Number 13. What are Mac and Blue to do when the rest of the imaginary friends ditch them to go on a secret beach day? Whatever the heck they want, obviously! One of the suggestions Matt comes up with is a little racy for a kids show, though.
Frankie has these movies in her room. I asked to watch them once, but she said they were for grown-ups only.
I don't know what kind of porn they thought Frankie was watching, but I'm guessing it wasn't this weird Downton Abbey baloney. Unless that lady starts railing her butler against that rainy window overlooking the garden.
If I could look upon your garden every day, I'd die a happy man.
Number 12. In this season 4 episode, Mandy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy can be seen talking to Frankie about why she wants to return her imaginary friend.
Too happy. Could happen.
Yeah, Mandy, I kind of think any imaginary friend would be too happy for you. You're a goth bish, and I like that. Number 11. When Eduardo finds $100 on the ground at the swap meet, everyone is dying to get their hands on his money. As he runs away from them, you can spot two familiar guys carrying an antique mirror. Those look like a set of Italian plumbers to me. The question is, are they selling that mirror from Bowser's Castle? Number 10. In this episode, Blue's sick on Halloween, turning him pale as a ghost and causing him to slime up the halls. The rest of Foster's believe that they've got a ghost infestation, but whoever will they call?
Who are you gonna call? They've been out of business for years.
I'm a child of the 90s. I know the Ghostbusters song when I hear it. Dang, now I really want some ecto-cooler.
But where are we gonna find an atomic succulator at this time of night?
Number 9. Every year, Blue throws Mac a surprise party, even though he knows Mac is gonna hate it. And who's to blame him when at least one of his surprise parties has ended up like this? Surprise! Yeah, all those kids definitely saw his peener. And don't think I don't see you, kid in the back. Your eyes are lowered, and you're totally looking right at his crotch. Number 8. Smith fans of the world unite and take over. Singer Morrissey makes a cameo as a singing Morse code machine in this episode.
Hamburger in a rowboat, I know it's serious.
I think he has an incoming message.
For all you kids out there who have yet to develop the same rad taste in music as me, Imaginary Morrissey there is referencing the Smiths song Girlfriend in a Coma. It's pretty dark. Check it out after this video.
Dot dot dash dot dot dash. Dot dash dot dot doot dot.
Morse How many times do I have to? We don't speak Morse code.
Number 7. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was one of my favorite books growing up, so I was really excited to see all the references thrown into Foster's by the creators.
Lord Beeblebrox wins! You lose!
In case you aren't caught up on your Douglas Adams, Zaphod Beeblebrox is the narcissistic, double-headed inventor of the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. He's the type of guy who'd definitely have a feature in Play Being magazine, but also ended up on the worst dressed in the galaxy list 7 times. Another Hitchhikers reference comes to us in the form of a literal hitchhiker in the season 4 episode where Blue steals Foster's bus and takes Mac around the town on a little joyride. As they're driving through the desert, they pass Arthur Dent in his signature bathrobe, holding up a sign that says Magrathea.
Blue, no.
Fans of the book will remember that Magrathea is the extremely wealthy planet that created the giant supercomputer called Earth to figure out the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Spoiler, the answer's 42.
She wasn't created by nerds.
Correction. She was discovered by nerds.
Speaking of 42, that's the number on Coco's creators' t-shirt when they meet up for the 5-year Imaginary Friend reunion. In fact, Coco's creators are named Douglas and Adam, which is a clear reference to the Hitchhikers author.
My colleague Douglas.
Hi.
And I.
He's Adam.
Nerdy TV show references don't get better than this, you guys. And if you haven't read Hitchhikers, stop watching YouTube and go pick up a dang book. Except, leave this video on in the background so that I still get your attention time.
You completely entered the data wrong. Move over.
No, you don't. You can't use parenthesized prefix notation.
Number 6. In this blink and you'll miss it moment, you can clearly see a pizza restaurant in town called Mama John's. This is, of course, a play on Papa John's Pizza. Remember the time when the CEO of Papa John's said the N-word and got fired? Honestly, their pizza tastes a lot better now without the racism.
Thanks, boss.
Number 5. When Abraham Lincoln takes over Foster's and starts selling the imaginary friends for a profit, Homeboy is living pretty large. Take his bathtub companion, for example. I feel like that's the ballpoint pen version of a blow-up doll.
That's right, Toots.
Number 4. Everyone knows Golly Gofer from Out of Jimmy's Head, right? He can be seen on a poster in the bus station when Wilt runs away from Foster's to find his creator. What I didn't know is that Golly Gofer is voiced by Pee Wee Herman himself, actor Paul Reubens. I only wish he had a voice cameo in Foster's.
Pee-wee! That's my name, don't wear it out.
Number 3. In Season 5's Bride to Beat, Blue is convinced that he has to stop his 8-year-old buddy Mac from getting married, so he crashes the wedding. After sowing chaos at a wedding that turned out to be for Mac's cousin Tammy, Blue and Mac have got to flee the church in cinematic style. Does that all look familiar? This scene is actually a straight homage to the ending of The Graduate. Number 2. This Halloween episode is chock full of little cameos. You've got trick-or-treaters dressed up as the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. Frankie sports both a Tank Girl and Blossom cosplay, while Blue goes full Mojo Jojo. There's Batman, Yoda, Mr. Peanut, Bubbles, the Cheshire Cat, Huckleberry Hound, a freaking Battlestar Galactica Viper pilot, and lest we forget the Village People!
Speaking of Mac, did you make sure that he's secure?
Yes, I made sure he's secure.
Do you have that screwdriver? Ooh. Why aren't you cute?
Number 1. Fed up with Harrington's incessant rules, Blue finally snaps and during his outburst accidentally knocks over and smashes the bust of Madame Foster in the hallway. After trying to glue it back together with toothpaste, this little exchange happens about the bust between the imaginary friends.
Oh no, it's sagging to the right.
Quick, grab it! The toothpaste isn't hacking it, it's too big.
And heavy.
This is no good. A bust this big needs ample support.
Did you catch all those? Sagging to the right, grab it, ample support, the only way to perk it up again is with saline. Yup, those are all boob job jokes in a children's show about the most innocent thing ever. Tight.
Ed? Yeah, don't cry, but, no.
These are all my favorite jokes and Easter eggs from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends that I missed when I was a kid, but I want to know which ones I missed in the comments. Like and subscribe to NerdWire, check out more videos to the left of my face, and I'll be back next week to ruin your childhood.